Hey guys, thanks for coming back to join us again today. So today I am just doing a little bit of a recap over the last week or so. So as of last Thursday I joined Slimming World. My weigh-in day is tomorrow, which is Thursday, and it's the 1st of June, which is quite nice. It sort of falls, the first weigh-in falls on the 1st of the month, which is quite a nice place to be at, in my opinion. It's a bit of a sort of clean slate, and it's a good sort of reminder and mark of, you know, when the weight loss started, what the first weigh-in was. And I think, you know, if you ever have struggled with your weight, or you've gained weight for whatever reason, if you've been injured, if you've been pregnant, if you've maybe fallen into bad habits and things, you know, we've all done it, we've all been there. And I always say, you know, because I have lost and gained weight over the years, like a lot of people do, it's a bit like money. Sometimes you have some, sometimes you have less, and sometimes you manage your money okay, sometimes you don't. And I think weight very much is a bit of a changing picture for most of us, and for what you see on the surface isn't always what you see in the background and behind the scenes. So I do know a few people that are very, very slim and they eat nothing but fast food, chips, takeaways, you name it, and they never seem to gain any weight. However, they do have high blood pressure, they do have high blood sugars or high blood glucose levels, and you know, for what you see on the surface is not always what you see behind. You also see people who are 20 stone plus who are running marathons, which is just fantastic, and it is really, really empowering for everyone just to see what the human body is capable of, and it's a very special thing. We shouldn't take it for granted. So today I am here to just show you guys what I got at my first class last week when I joined Slimming World. So this is what it looks like here. Some of you may or may not be familiar with this already. This might not interest you in the slightest, but for the people who are interested, feel free to continue to watch. I will be running through a few of my favourite dishes and foods that I've had over the last week, and I will also be creating a little breakfast that I'm going to have tomorrow morning. So I thought I would keep you guys in the loop and show you how easy and quick it is to get that done in the morning, or actually do it the night before, which is what we're going to do just now. So the first part to mention probably is that you are given a few sheets of paper, which includes that they are extra easy, which is what they call it. Is, you know, it's extra easy. You know, there's a lot of freedom with regards to what you can eat, what you're allowed to eat, and you know, it's basically a food diary. So this is what it looks like. My consultant did advise me that she would like me to handwrite it before the first weigh-in, which I haven't done yet, because I have actually been using the Slimming World app. So on the Slimming World app, for you guys who may or may not have seen it before, I don't actually think, I've not got my phone on me just now, but basically if you are a member, you can access recipes, you can access a planner as well. So in the planner section, you go in and you just type in the food that you're having. It also has a little scan bit at the side, similar to MyFitnessPal and NutriCheck, etc., all these sort of types of apps. So you just scan the product and it comes up on the app with how many sins or points or whatever you want to call it is for that product. It will also tell you if it's full of protein, if it's a high calcium food, if it's a high fibre food, and if it falls into the categories of sins. So sins are a way of making you realise that you need to eat sort of certain treats or certain foods in moderation. And obviously a lot of times people try to do that at home. It's not that we don't know how to lose weight, but having the accountability of joining a group and actually having it in black and white on an app or written down, whatever you do, you know, if you fill this in or not, you know, that in itself can be a huge motivator to see that you are adhering to what the guidelines are. And it's quite empowering, I think, for people who maybe do struggle and they do find that inner sort of strength to go to these groups. It's not easy to go, it's a huge challenge to get over that front door. I will let you know that, you know, into a little secret, that I was actually a little bit emotional about going in, and I'm not sure why. I feel a bit emotional at the moment talking about it, but I was really quite embarrassed. I think just being in my early 30s and having to rejoin this group when I've done it before several times on my own, but you know what, right now at this moment in time, accountability for me is everything, and if it gives me that focus I am a very all or nothing person, so if I'm off it, I'm off it. If I'm on it, my God, I'm on it, and I will focus on it and I will keep going. So these are my, everyone's got their sort of trigger points for success, and certainly joining the group was a success sort of aim for me. So yeah, I'll need to fill these in. There is a little bit of information on the back which you can also fill in as well, so you can sort of work your way up to doing more exercise if that's something that you're keen to do. So it's got some stuff on there about building in some balance exercises, planning my week's activity, building up the frequency to make it a routine before you try to make it harder or go further or faster depending on what you're doing. So making sure that you go for a walk every day for 15 minutes is better than not going at all, because you've hurt yourself because you went out for an hour walk and clearly your body's not ready for it. So it's about sort of setting your own not exceeding your own expectations and not sort of having false hope, because you do need to give your body time. You don't gain weight overnight, you don't lose weight overnight, so it is a process. So I suppose, as consultant would say, is trust the process and just keep going with it, because it does work. I know Slimmer World and Weight Watchers and Herbalife and Exante, Cambridge Diet, you name it, every single one works. There's no doubt about that, but that's because there is a calorie deficit associated with it, which we all know is how and why we need to lose weight and how we lose weight. But at the end of the day, certain methods and certain ways of losing weight work more for others than they do for others, and that's just human nature. We're all different and things sink in and click in different ways and different reasons for various reasons as well. So what suits one person won't suit everyone, and that's why I'm saying that for me, this is working for me just now. I have tried, I would say, probably every well-known diet under the sun, and some I've had really, really good success with, but if your mind's not in it, you're not going to do it, and that is an absolute fact. What you also get in this little pack as well is that you get your Discover Your Freedom sort of book, and on the back of that there's a little bit of motivational sort of info, like celebrating every step, together we can do it, and obviously it is to keep everyone sort of motivated as much as possible. If you lose half a stone or a stone, 1.5 stone, 2 stone, whatever it is, you also get Slimmer of the week, Slimmer of the month, I think. You also get little labels or sort of stickers that get put on the back of your book, and they also give you a badge if you get to target, or if you what am I trying to say, if you get your Club 10. So Club 10 is where you lose 10% of your body weight, your initial body weight as well, and that's obviously a huge achievement. There is a lot of health benefits associated with losing just 10% of your body weight, and they obviously do encourage this to happen. In this book there's lots of information in here about how Slimmer World works. This is the sort of book that you take with you on your sort of weigh-in days, and this is where your weight gets logged. The weight is confidential between you and your consultant, or the person who is weighing you, which is part of the social team at the groups. And everyone's there to lose weight. They're not there to not lose weight. Everyone's got the same problems and the same challenges as yourself, and I think some people start off extremely overweight, some people not so much, but regardless, they're not happy in themselves and they're potentially really unhealthy, or they're having health issues. So these are things that we're all there to do the same thing. So it is a bit embarrassing to get weighed, but at the end of the day, you're there and you're doing it, and that's better than not doing it at all. That's the way I see it. So there's a little bit of information about the Slimmer World range as well, which I've spoken about in Iceland as well. So far so good, I must admit. We've had some really good meals from Iceland and the Food Warehouse. And we also have this book here, which has some information in it about the plan, how to follow it. There is some information in there as well about sin values. So for example, this is what the page sort of looks like with the sin values on it. But to be honest, I've actually not opened this book at all since I got it, because all of this is now on the amazing app. When I joined Slimmer World years and years ago, there was an app. It wasn't very good, I will admit. It's very basic and it was very laggy. It used to freeze all of the time. So now it's got the scan option on it, which is just a game changer. And if you're in a shop, if you're wanting to buy something, or you're out and about and you think, well, I'm wanting to sort of estimate what I'm having here, so I'm not going to go off track or go off track too much, then you can find it at your fingertips. Everyone's always got their phone with them. So I think that's a really good sort of positive move forward for people when they are out and about, especially, and in the supermarkets I found it's quite helpful as well. So what I'm going to do now is get our sort of breakfast stuff sorted for tomorrow. The plan is to make overnight oats using our porridge oats, which is a 40-gram portion, and that includes that's your healthy extra B for fibre. And we've also got some raspberries, some blueberries, and some 0% fat Greek yogurt as well. It is very basic, it's very easy to do, but it looks good and it tastes fantastic. It's so filling as well that it will keep you going all the way up to lunchtime, and you won't have to snack or worry about feeling hungry. I've really enjoyed it this week. A couple of other things we've enjoyed is meringues with some Greek yogurt, 0% Greek yogurt and fruit. So a wee sweet treat, very low sin if you guys at home are wanting a wee sweet treat at home. Myself and my husband actually shared a meringue, and that was even lower sins, but it was enough. We've also enjoyed the caramel jumbo Snacker Jacks, which are 2 sins, and we've also had the chocolate chip Snacker Jack jumbo size ones as well, which I believe are 3 sins. But it's a really nice snack to have. My thoughts were is that the next time I go to the cinema, I would get a couple of each or whatever and smash them up into bits, put them in a little Tupperware box or bag, and then rather than spending all of your sins on popcorn, which is really high in sins in the cinema, you can get yourself a Diet or a Coke Zero or whatever it is juice you want, or take water from home, save yourself some money, whatever you want to do, and have some Snacker Jacks sort of crushed up so that they're just like snacks like you would eat in the cinema. And they're tasty, they're sweet, and it is a bit like having popcorn if you use the caramel ones. We've also enjoyed the Diet Coke chicken, which we did a video on yesterday, and we also have enjoyed the ready meals, as I said. So some of them we have tried already. We've still got some sitting in the freezer which we've not had, but they are there in the way of an emergency or if we're short of time. And I think there are a few days of the week where lunch prep and meal prep for dinner is just not going to really fit into our sort of day or our week. And if it did, it'd probably become a bit of a chore doing all of that when we are so busy on certain days of the week. So it keeps us focused, it's already there, it's paid for, we don't need to think about buying the ingredients for it, and it's as simple as popping it into the microwave. So yeah, these are the things that have sort of helped us over the last week. Snacking on tangerines, cherry tomatoes. The fruit at the moment tastes excellent just because it's in season, so we're really trying to make the most of that for now. So let's move on to making our overnight oats, and I'll show you how it all turns out. Okay, so first of all, I just want to make you aware that we have these tubs, or sort of glass tubs. So they are the Kilner jars. We actually got ours on Amazon. It was an excellent deal. I think we managed to get 2 jars for something like £12 or £13. And I know that might sound quite expensive, but it does come with its own spoon as well. And it's a longer spoon, so you can get right to the bottom without getting your hand messy. It's glass, so it's long lasting, hard wearing. It comes with a sort of rubber band around the outside, which you can obviously keep on if you're using this spoon when you're out and about for work or on the go. Failing that, you can just use the tub as it is in the house. I know some people use these as well to make sort of like ramen, sort of like noodle sort of bowls, if you like. So the sort of noodles on the bottom and the vegetables on the top, and then you just add your sort of stocking over the top of the veg and the noodles. So that's another option to use these. We bought these months ago and we've used them a lot of times. They're still in really perfect condition. They're not scratched or scored or anything like that. And they're really hard wearing when you're washing them as well. They're really simple to clean. And then you have this little bit that goes on top, and that just sort of sits. You just sort of give it a wee gentle tap, and that sort of makes like an air seal on the top to keep your food fresh. And you then just pop your lid on and turn it on the top. So I really like using these because I think you do eat with your eyes before you even have the food itself. Obviously the smell, if there is a smell to the food, but when you look at food, it needs to look appealing, it needs to look appetizing. Otherwise, for me, there's not much point. I'm not a chef, I'm not a cook or anything like that. I just cook from home, and I've been cooking my own food since the age of about 8 or 9 years old. I'm now 31 and a half, so I've been doing it for quite a long time, and I do enjoy it. But yeah, I'm not a professional in any way, shape or form. But yeah, regardless, I do enjoy doing it. So if I can help you guys or show you guys, then fair enough, that's what I'm here to do. So first of all, we'll just start with the 0% fat-free Greek yogurt. So we actually saw this on offer in M&S. It's not somewhere we go that often, but their fruit is top notch, and we have been eating a lot more of sort of berries and cherries this week. And so they do quite large sort of trays of the fruit, and their fruit was on offer. We also had some deals come through on our Sparks card as well, so that's something to look out for. But we also think that their fruit is worth paying that little bit extra for at the moment, because it is so much better, and in season it just tastes fantastic. So this tub itself is a 1 kilogram tub, so this is going to last us a good couple of days. What I will say is that, I'll take this little spoon off to make it easier. What I will say is that I don't measure anything out here. If you want to measure it, if you're trying to calorie count, or if you do need to have a certain amount of, you know, food within your day, if you're counting macros or micros or whatever you're doing, then that's up to yourself. But this is just the way that I do it, and I enjoy it how it is. So does my husband. So it's usually just to show you guys what we do for breakfast. So all of this is sin free. We've got our free yogurt here. We've got some speed speed fruit. So we've got berries and raspberries as well. Obviously really nice, really fruity, but also full of fibre and low calorie. And we've also got 40 grams of porridge oats, which is just the sort of Lidl's own porridge oats. Porridge oats are porridge oats to me, really. But yeah, so there are 40 grams in there, and that equates to 1 healthy extra B choice. So in Slimming World, you can have 2 healthy extra A choices, and it means that you can have 2 portions of milk or 2 portions of cheese per day, or you can have 1 cheese, 1 milk. And the options are in your Slimming World book or on the app, or if you want to have a wee look at what Slimming World's all about, it is all over the internet as well. But basically you have measured amounts of healthy extras every day to ensure that you get fibre. It fills you up, it helps your bowels move, and also helps with your calcium intake as well if you're having your healthy extra A choices. So yeah, they're really important, and obviously Slimming World wouldn't be Slimming World if they didn't have input from their nutritionists and the dietitians that create the plan. So it is all, you know, okayed by, you know, NHS across the country and things, so it's, you know, it is a trusted plan. So what I normally do is do maybe 1 big scoop in the very bottom of it, just like this, and then what I'll do after that is just start to put in a little bit. Now I've got I've got a small spoon here because I like to try to make it neat if I can. Now I'm on camera, I won't be able to do it, watch this. But yeah, I try to sort of layer it up and then give it a wee sort of shake, if you like. So then what I'll do then is just sort of chuck in just a couple of sort of fruity bits there. And then again, another sort of spoon of our yogurt. You're basically going to just do this over and over until you've used up sort of all of your sort of your oats and your ingredients that you've got here, until it's filled up to the top. Now it's up to you how much you put in it. You know, you might want more fruit, you might want less fruit, you might want more yogurt in it. So it's completely up to yourself how you do it, but I just do it the way that I have done it all week, and it's worked out really well. With myself, my husband have enjoyed it, and it's looked really good as well, which is nice. Like I said, it's appealing, isn't it? And it sort of makes you want to eat healthily if the food looks nice. So again, I'll just do a scoop. I don't have like a specific amount of like layers or anything that I do. I just do it like ad hoc, really. So again, chuck in a couple of raspberries, some berries, and then again we will, in fact we'll add on our yogurt now. So we'll do sort of big scoop, and then maybe another scoop. It's worth taking your time doing this if you can. Obviously it's aesthetically looks nicer, but I like it to be nice and neat. That's just me. And then again, we're going to add in our oats. And the way this works is the moisture from the moisture from the yogurt will help make sure that your oats are soft, you know, they're not dry. And because of all the layers, whenever you take a big spoon out of it, you will see that the oats become quite creamy in consistency, and it's a really, really nice, filling, nutritious breakfast. So again, just pop maybe a couple in here, maybe 2 and 2, we'll do 2 and 2. And again, a little bit more yogurt on top. This lid keeps folding back on me here. A little bit more yogurt on top, and then all we need to do after that is pop the berries on the top. Obviously you can do whatever you want with this. You can have flavoured yogurt, you can add in, you know, essence, you can add in syrups, you could add in chocolate if you wanted to do it. I mean, it's completely up to yourself what you want to do. It doesn't need to be a healthy version. This is just a healthy version because this is what we're doing. But certainly, you know, you can make this with any ingredients that you've got. You know, you could make it with banana, you could maybe do a little sprinkling of sort of chocolate over the top, you know, if you're wanting a kind of luxurious breakfast. It's completely up to yourself what you do. Like I said, I'm just here to do it the way that I'm doing it so I can show you guys at home. So we'll just pop some, dropping this here, kind of berries on the top, and just press these in so they don't go haywire. And that's us. So we've got all of our layers there. So we've got our yogurt, we've got our porridge, we've got our fruit, we've got our yogurt, porridge, fruit, all the way up to the top, and then that's what it looks like. So yeah, all of this is sin free. It's obviously quite a hefty amount of food. It's pretty significant in weight, but you know what, it will keep you going from morning to lunchtime. And if you can hold off a wee bit till you eat this, even better. That's what I generally try to do, so it lasts even longer before I need to eat lunch and start, you know, snacking and whatever else later on in the day. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys at home. I hope it's been useful. Might just give you a few ideas if you've not done this before. And again, as I've said before, my weigh-in day is tomorrow evening. So what I'll do is I will jump on and I'll let you know what my loss was for the week. So fingers crossed it's a positive one, as in a positive weight loss, not a positive gain. But as always, thank you so much for supporting me on this new opportunity as we move forward, and thank you so much for listening and joining in. The comment section has been on fire today, which has been fantastic. So thank you so much as always, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye.